It's Big Iron Realty's Fridays in the Field. I'm Clay Patton. As you can see behind me, the seed corn field that we followed on the Olson family farm near Minden, Nebraska has come to the end of its useful life as the corn pickers make their last rows to complete harvest. We check in with Steve Olson to see how the harvest looks and how the yield might be.
There's been challenges with the weather and stuff. For the most part, we've come out of this reasonably good. We're hoping that yields are decent. The company itself, Monsanto or Bayer, has said that some of their yields have been about 115% of what they thought they were going to be. So we're hoping for the best on ours also. This is the first field that they've started on. We've got 4 fields left to do.
Steve's been a champion of the family farm transition and saying that those who are coming back to the family farm need to make their own experiences and sometimes learn from the mistakes they make along the way, no different than he did when he first started farming. And he says Brock's doing a great job using those resources that are available to him and looking at how he can better his operation.
Well, I feel like he's handled it really good. I can't speak for him, obviously. He might look at it differently, but I think it's been going really well. We have things that we have to get accomplished, whether it's changing oil on machinery or getting equipment ready. Now he's been working on a drill, trying to get settings and stuff put into this drill. So I've turned that over to him. He'll probably help me try to get some of that stuff running, but he carries that part of it, and I carry some of the other parts, and we seem to be working pretty good together.
Soil health has been another key topic this year on the Olson family farm, and one way they're doing that is holding the soil with cover crops. Early on in the year, we saw wheat that was on many of the field corners and buffer strips. Since the wheat's been harvested, Steve's came back in with millet on many of those areas.
That's done pretty good. We had a challenge on a few of those fields. We can't quite figure out why that didn't emerge. Some fields we had a great stand in it, and then other fields we really struggled, and I don't know if it was an insect problem or what it was, but right now it's about 4 foot tall, 4 or 5 foot, and starting to head out. So we'll probably put some cattle out there. Probably will bale some also.
As well, Steve continues to plan different cover crop mixes as to
my base is going to be wheat, and that will come up next spring again. And then along with that, we'll have sunflowers, camelina. I think there's about three others that we blend in with that. We'll get some growth on that hopefully this fall. That should help establish things for next spring also.
Steve was a little hesitant when I first picked up the phone and asked if he wanted to be this year's Friday in the Field farmer. But coming down to the end of the growing season, he said it's been a good experience.
I was very uncomfortable thinking that I was going to do this, but I've seen the importance in trying to communicate with our agriculture community, and just if I can be a small part of trying to communicate that we're working together at trying to make this process work. We need new generations to come in and feed people. I mean, that's basically what we're doing.
I also want to say a big thank you to Steve and Brock for letting me tag along on the 2019 growing season. They're definitely keeping the next generation in mind and ensuring that they have healthy soils so that the Olson family farm is farmed for generations to come.
It's always good in the fall to have a harvest, and hopefully we have some decent yields and can continue to keep this process going with a new generation.
Near Minden, Nebraska in 2019 Big Iron Realty's Fridays in the Field, I'm Clay Patton.